I'm Julian Brooks, Senior Curator of Drawings here at the J. Paul Getty Museum. At the Getty, we have tons of drawings by people like Rembrandt, Michelangelo, Andrea del Sarto, Van Gogh. But I have to say, this is one of my personal favorites. Today, we're going to have a look at Charles Samuel Keene's self-portrait of about 1845. Pretty much nobody has heard of Charles Keene, and until we acquired this drawing, I hadn't heard of him either. Charles Keene was about 20 years old when he made this, which sort of blows my mind in itself. He began just with a bit of black chalk, working out roughly where the features were going to go, and then gradually just makes it more and more complex. And what I love about this drawing is just the intensity of all the pen strokes that you get within it. And remember, he's just using basically a pen and ink. You see all the different techniques he uses to represent his own features. So, if you look closely, there are these sort of circular lines at the end of the nose that give the roundness there. And then around the lips, these sort of dots that just create just enough at the bottom of the lip. It's incredible to imagine getting that accomplished, that you can leave enough of the paper to get a sense of the individual strands of hair and the way that the hair falls and the light on the hair that you have here too. And then in particular here, just the density of hatching. That's where he's got to represent the reflected light that you have here on the cheek, leaving just enough of the paper to give a sense of that reflected light. He's just working for himself. He's just capturing his own image and working through all the problems as he gets to them, working through with the pen, working through which areas are going to be left blank, how he can create the sense of light. Self-portraits always are really immediate because the artist is busy. They have to study themselves in the mirror in order to capture themselves on a sheet of paper. And so there's always this intensity to them. But I think this is more intense than most. For me, there's something incredibly powerful about that link with the past. It's 180 years old, and yet you feel that we know him, that he's sitting right here.